You may be seated. Court does call the case, People versus Victor Bullard.
Ashley Longy for the people. Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Victor Bullard, who stands to my right. Please state your name for record, sir.
Victor Bullard.
Thank you, sir. All right. Date and time set for trial. Are we ready to proceed?
People are ready to proceed. We would move for sequestration. I'll note for the record, my officer in charge is sitting at the table with me, but I only have one anticipated witness who is currently on the program.
All right. Court would grant the motion to sequester. Are there any potential witnesses for the defense other than the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. That is satisfied. You may go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. With defense's consent, I'd also waive opening at this time.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor, and defense would also be waiving opening at this time.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Ajane Bullard.
All right.
She stepped out for a moment, Your Honor.
Say she stepped out.
Restroom, Your Honor.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Yes, both for me.
Got it. Please come forward and be sworn.
Take a seat, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Have a seat. State and spell your first and last name for the record, please.
AJANAEBULLARD.
And that's on Janae Bullard? Yes. Thank you. May inquire.
Ajane, do you have a nickname you go by?
Yes.
What's that?
Asia.
Okay. Is it okay if I call you Asia?
Yeah.
Asia, we are making a recording, so when we say things like they don't really come through on the recording, so we may ask you just to confirm if your answer is yes or no, okay? Asia, how old are you?
17.
And how old were you on May the 12th, 2024?
15.
Where do you live?
4695 Ash Court.
Do you know what township that's in?
Pittsfield.
And what county? Okay. Your Honor, would the court take judicial notice that Pittsfield Township is in Washtenaw County?
Yes. Court will take that judicial notice.
Thank you. Do you know somebody by the name of Victor Bullard?
Yeah.
Who's that?
My dad.
And do you see your dad in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Can you tell me where he's sitting and what he's wearing?
Wearing a gray suit.
And where is he sitting?
He's sitting right there.
Your Honor, may the record reflect witness identify the defendant.
Without objection, record shall so reflect.
Asia, on May 12th, 2024, were you at your house? And what was going on that day when you got up?
So it started out normal. We do chores every Sunday.
That was a Sunday?
Yeah.
All right. What happened when you were doing your chores?
So my chores is clean bathroom. That's what I did. And so my dad was gonna leave to go to his mom's
Why was he going to his mom's on that day?
because it was Mother's Day.
And when your dad was going to leave, what happened?
We got into an argument because I had asked my TV back because he was going to be gone for more than a day. So I had asked for that.
Had your TV been taken away?
Yeah.
What TV was this?
My TV.
Where, it's in your room? Who bought it?
My mom.
Why did you want your TV back?
Because I had had it for like months and months and months.
What did you want to do with it that day?
We were just gonna be home alone, so like I wanted him to do
Who's we?
me and my siblings.
Where was your mom?
She was doing errands.
Does she live at that house too? Was she there when your dad was getting ready to go to his mom's house?
No.
Do you know where she was at that time? What happened after you asked for your TV back?
It's escalated.
What do you mean it escalated?
We started arguing because we didn't agree on the reasoning why I got it taken.
And who is we?
Me and my dad.
You started arguing. What happened next?
He was downstairs and I was upstairs and we were like arguing and then he ran upstairs and it was like halfway up the stairs and he was yelling at me and
What was he saying?
it was just like we were just arguing about the reason why I just didn't have it.
What happened as you was going up and down the stairs?
He just looked mad and he looked angry.
What happened next?
Then he went back downstairs and then he started back up the stairs. And then he came all the way up the stairs this time, like to where I was. And then he just started yelling in my face
Where were you when that was happening?
right up in my room.
You have your own room?
Yeah.
It's on the second floor?
Yeah.
So you got in your face. What happened next?
I had like he was like so close to me, like he was like a couple inches away, and I was scared because I could feel him spitting in my face. He was way taller than me, he's bigger than me, and I knew he had a gun on him. And
You knew he what?
he had a gun on him.
Okay. Where was the gun?
And
In his pants? What happened after he got in your face yelling at you outside of your room?
he told me to go to my room, and so
Did you?
yeah, I quickly turned because I was scared. Because, wasn't like the first time. Like, he had gotten that like that.
So when you went in your room, what happened?
Then he quickly chased after me. And he grabbed me and he scratched my head.
Where did he grab you?
He grabbed my arms. Both of them.
What happened next?
I said, why are you trying to hurt me? And then he left.
Did you end up calling the police?
Yeah.
And Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to admit into evidence what I'm going to mark as People's Exhibit 1, which is the 911 call. I believe it will be stipulated.
That is correct, Your Honor. I did talk to Ms. Lonnie.
All right. Exhibit 1, the 911 call is admitted.
Permission to play for the court?
Yes.
In Michigan's 14A District Court, Judge Simpson opened session, conflicts waived, lawyers spar, and the case of People versus Gary Chase collapses when a sick victim cannot appear, dismissed but not forgotten.
Washington on 911, there is your emergency.
Hi, my name is Asia Bullard, and I'm at 4695 Ash Court. I'm calling because my dad did an animal case, and he was yelling at me.
Okay, what's the address?
4695 Ash.
Is that ASH?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're in Pittsfield?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 15.
When did this happen?
So I just now.
What's his name?
Victor Lawrence.
How do you spell the last name?
Bullard.
Spell the name.
I think he's like 54.
Okay. And what kind of vehicle do you live in?
He left it
What color?
in
And what was your name?
Asia Bullard.
What's your phone number, Asia?
734-596-1647.
Okay. So you said he hit you? What did he do exactly?
He grabbed my arm, scratched me, with it.
This is about a word argument?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you live there with him?
yeah,
Okay. Then do you live there with anybody else?
yeah, my previous victim.
Are they home?
My mom was someone taking me to the airport and then we said we went home. And my other sibling is not empty, but he's an adult. So he's
Okay. Okay. All right. Any weapons used or involved?
he had a gun in his hair, like,
Did he have it out and all though?
no.
Did it still on him?
I think so.
Did it have a holster?
I'm not sure.
Okay, when you say he had it in his pants, did it have it like in a pocket? Was it clipped on or?
I think it was like in his hand, my hand.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you need any medical attention?
No.
Was he drinking or under the influence of any narcotics you're aware of? Okay. All right, let someone come over and talk to you, okay? If he comes back or if there's any other issues before we get there, call us back, all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Asia, you mentioned that some of your siblings were home when this happened. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to review a video that one of your siblings made?
Yeah.
And that video, Your Honor, for this time, I'd ask permission to enter People's Exhibit 2, which is the video from the sibling. I believe it will be entered by stipulation as well.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Exhibit 2 is admitted.
And Asia, when you reviewed this video, it didn't show anything, correct? But what did it have on it that was relevant to what happened that day?
The audio of the incident.
The audio of it? Okay. You have permission to do,
Yes.
sorry, it clipped the beginning a little bit. I'm gonna go back. Apologize. Asia, did the police come to your house on that day? Did you talk to them?
Yeah.
Did they take any pictures of you? What did they take pictures of, if you remember?
They took a picture of my scratch and with my door.
Why did they take a picture of the door? Had it been broken before? A little bit? And Your Honor, permission to approach the witness and the bench with what's been marked as Exhibit 3.
Is there going to be any objection to Exhibit 3?
It's multiple pages. There are 3 pages for Exhibit 3.
Your Honor, at this time, I am going to object to part of Exhibit 3 that does have multiple photos. I do not believe a foundation has been laid.
Well, before you go on with that, there are 3 pages. Are you objecting to all 3 pages or?
No, Your Honor, I would not be objecting to the first 3 photographs that are shown in this exhibit.
Okay,
So
I haven't seen it, so.
Yes, the first page and a half, I would have no objection to. The last page and a half, I would, Your Honor.
It's not making much sense to me. How many photos are on each page?
2, Your Honor. And I object to the first or the last 3 photos.
So I have a total of 6 photos.
Correct, Your Honor.
First 3 photos you have no objection to.
Correct.
The last 3 photos you do have an objection to. And the basis for your objection is?
Lack of foundation. I believe that this may be rectified if these were 2 separate exhibits. They do have photographs of 2 separate things.
Response.
Your Honor, the witness has stated that her door got more broken in this incident. Part of People's Proposed Exhibit 3 is photographs of the door taken by Pittsfield upon their response. I believe that if there are questions about how broken the door was, if it was broken at a later time, at an earlier time, those can be ample grounds for cross-examination, but I do believe the foundation is sufficient for the admission.
The basis for the objection.
The basis for the objection, Your Honor, is that the last 3 photographs are photos of the door, and the testimony from the witness was that the door definitely was broken before. And I do not recall any
Well,
testimony.
that wouldn't go to its admissibility. It would go to the weight to be given to the testimony. So objections overruled. Exhibit is admitted.
Okay, here. Permission to approach still?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a copy for the correspondence. Asia, do you see People's Exhibit 3 in front of you? What do you recognize that first picture on Exhibit 3 to be, the top one? That's the scratch on your neck? Who caused that scratch? Did you scratch yourself to do that? How about the second picture? Can we go to the next page, page 2 of Exhibit 3? The top picture, what do you recognize that to be? It's scratch, of course. And the second photograph on page 2? How do you know that's your door? How was it broken before this incident?
It was like, there's just a little broken. It was like a little dented, but it's not bigger.
How did it get more broken?
My dad pushed it.
Is that when he pushed in and went in your room?
Yeah.
And let's go to the last page. What do you see in the top picture there? How do you know that's your door? Do you recognize that?
Yeah.
When your dad pushed into your room, was he able to open the door all the way?
No.
How come?
There was stuff.
Is that in any of the pictures on page 3?
Yeah.
What's behind the door that was in the way? And that last picture that also shows the broken door?
Yeah.
Okay, Asia, you can stop looking at those now if you don't want to look at them anymore. Asia, how did you feel when your dad grabbed your arms and scratched your neck? Was he giving you any commands or any orders that you were disobeying at that time? Let me ask a better question. Was he disciplining you?
Yeah.
How?
He was mad. I was talking back.
He was mad that you were talking back, so he broke in your room and yelled at you and grabbed your arms and scratched you?
Yeah.
Was he, after this happened, did he stay? Where did he go?
He left.
He left his mom's house. And when you were at your house and the police came, was your mom there at any point?
No.
She came later. Asia, did you do this to yourself, the scratch mark? You have a moment, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Gary Chase's lawyer pleads patience. The victim is too ill. The state cannot proceed. Dismissal is granted without prejudice, leaving Chase momentarily free, though legal shadows still linger around him.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Hi, my name is Natalie and I'm an attorney for Mr. Bullard. So I have some questions to ask you. And I know I used to hate it when people would call me Miss Pate, still kind of do. Would you prefer for me to call you Miss Bullard or Ajane or Asia? Asia, okay, thank you. You feel free to call me Natalie. So I just have a few questions to ask you to follow up on your testimony. And if at any point my questions are either unclear or I'm mumbling, feel free to interrupt me and tell me to either rephrase, re-ask, whatever the case may be. So I'll turn right to the day of May 12th, 2024. You testified that you were 15 at the time of this incident?
Yeah.
And you and your dad before this day previously had some disagreements about some of his rules, correct?
Yeah.
You didn't like some of his rules surrounding when you could or couldn't use your TV?
Yeah.
And you didn't like some of his rules about when you could or couldn't go out and see your friends, right?
Yeah.
And you feel that sometimes to your dad's a bit hard on you.
Yeah.
And then turning to the incident, you told the police that this interaction with your dad began that day in a verbal argument, right?
Yeah.
About his rules regarding that specific TV.
Yeah.
And you were mad that he wouldn't let you continue to have it in your room. And you did tell the police when they arrived that your dad did not threaten you at any time during this argument, correct?
I don't know.
And you told,
What was your answer to that? You don't know?
Wait, can you re-ask that?
you told the police that your dad did not threaten you at any time during this argument, correct? You told the police that your dad tried to grab you, correct?
Yes, he did.
And you told the police that your 3 siblings were present during this incident, correct?
Yeah.
But none of them saw anything?
No, and they're.
And you were the person who called the police that day, correct?
Yeah.
And that was at the encouragement of your older brother?
Yes, he said to do if I felt unsafe in my house.
That what?
He told me to do if I felt unsafe in my house.
But your dad had already left the house that day, correct?
Yes.
How old is your older brother at the time?
23.
Does he live there?
No.
Was he there?
Yes, he came after my sister showed the video.
After what?
He came after my sister showed me the video, and I called him because I was scared.
So he wasn't, so the first call you made was not to 911?
No,
The first call you made was to whom?
my brother.
And that was after he had received information, you believe, from someone else? Your sister?
What do you mean?
Well, one of your siblings sent the video that we saw. I think it's Exhibit 2, right?
Yeah, he didn't see that till he got there.
Okay, so prior to him, so your brother appeared after you called.
He was there while I was calling them.
What? While you were calling who?
The police.
Okay, but you called him first,
Yeah,
and that's why he came over.
yeah,
Okay, go ahead, Ms. P.
And your dad had already left the house at that time, correct?
yeah,
And when the police arrived, you declined medical attention, correct?
yeah,
And you knew that you could possibly get your dad in trouble by calling the police that day, correct?
yeah,
And you were pretty upset with him that day?
yeah.
And so now I have a couple of little odd questions. You typically do your nails, correct?
Yeah.
And you often wear them pretty long, correct?
Yeah,
Including fake nails or acrylics.
yeah,
And you often style your own hair as well?
yeah.
And then I have a couple follow-up questions about your testimony. So are you aware that your dad is a valid CPL holder? And you testified that he grabbed your arms, correct?
Yeah.
You did not testify that at any point he grabbed your neck, correct?
Yeah.
And you also testified that this door definitely was broken or damaged in some way before this incident, correct?
Yeah.
You're not listed on the title to the house, correct?
Yeah.
If you know, who is on the title to this house?
My dad.
So the owner of the door would be your father, correct? The door is not your personal property, correct?
No.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you have any follow-up? I certainly do. The TV was in your room?
Yeah,
How, and at some point, it gets removed from your room.
yeah,
How long before May 12th was it removed from your room?
A lot of months.
Pardon?
It was months.
Months?
I think it was close to a year.
A year? So why did it get removed from your room?
Because I had it on past 12.
Because you had it on past 12?
Yeah.
So was it a rule in your house that you weren't supposed to be watching it after midnight?
It was more like, it just like, so my TV goes off by itself.
Pardon?
My TV goes off by itself after like a couple hours of inactivity. And he got said that it would like run while sleeping for a little bit. And
Okay.
so he said I had on past 12 and then he,
So young lady, let me ask you this. Was there a rule in your house that you weren't supposed to have the TV on after 12?
yeah,
Okay. And at some point, it was on after 12. Regardless of the reason, it was on after 12.
Yeah.
And so from that, the TV got removed from your room.
Yeah.
Okay. And was that removed from your room by your dad?
yeah.
Okay. In this, let me ask you this. So you knew what your dad's position on that was, right?
Yeah.
Without telling me what you said, did you go to your mother about that?
Yeah.
Did your mother put the TV back in?
No, she didn't have access to get it.
Okay. So this day, May 12th, a year, I guess, after the TV's been removed or whatever. What were you and your dad specifically fighting about?
Like what do you mean?
Well, something caused the argument between the two of you. What was the cause of the argument?
Because he was leaving and I had asked my TV back.
Okay, so hold on. Those are sort of two things. Were you upset that he was leaving?
No,
Okay, were you upset at that point that you didn't have your TV?
yeah, and the reason that he was saying, because he kept adding on reasons like all the time. Like, it wasn't like the original reason that he took it.
There was no reason for what?
Like he like was saying the reason that he took it was a different reason than what he said originally, and that's what we were arguing about. That's why.
Okay, so just help me understand this. At some point, the TV gets removed from your room because it's on after midnight. Then at some point, I'm going to assume that this May 12th date was not the first time that you asked for your TV back.
Yeah.
And if I'm understanding you correctly, the times that you would ask, your dad would give you different reasons as to why the TV didn't come back in.
Yeah.
Okay. And when he would give you these other reasons as to why you couldn't have the TV, was that upsetting to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just as a side note, was that the only TV in the house?
No.
So then this day you want the TV back, and what's your dad's response to that?
He said no.
Okay. And I'm going to assume you didn't like that answer. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And so when your dad said no, what did you then do?
I asked why.
Okay. And then he responded back to your why, right? What did he say?
He said because like I was like hanging out with my friend. It wasn't supposed to.
Okay. So when you asked why, he said, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm trying to understand what you're telling me. He said it was also because you were hanging out with somebody that he did not want you hanging out with?
Yeah.
Who was that? Don't give me a last name. Who was your friend?
He was just my friend.
Okay, I get that. Who was your friend? Name.
His name is Dwight.
Okay, so,
We just went to the park.
pardon?
We just went to the park.
Was there a reason your dad didn't like this friend?
No.
Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Why do you think your dad didn't like that friend?
I think he didn't like him because he's a guy, but that's my little sister, he's no guy, so.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. So at the time you're 15 and your dad has told you not to hang out with this young man.
Yes. After,
Well, hold on. He had told you not to do that, right?
after that,
Next case, People versus Victor Bullard. His daughter testifies he grew angry, stormed upstairs, and cornered her. The defense denies harm. The courtroom waits breathlessly as truth and lies collide.
After what fact?
after doing that one.
Okay. Okay. So at some point you're hanging out with this young man, right? Then your dad says, I don't want you hanging out with him. It's a yes.
Yeah.
And when your dad said that, how'd that make you feel?
They make me feel really included.
It didn't make you feel any way?
Yeah. It just like, I mean, it felt like unfair.
Oh, okay, so it was unfair. So when he said now I'm going back to May 12th. So when he, being your father, said because you were hanging out with this person, what was your feeling?
I just felt like it was unfair because he let my sister do stuff like that and like hang out.
How old is your sister?
She was, I think she was like 11 at the time.
Okay. So she was 11 at the time and she was hanging around boys?
Yeah.
Okay, but you felt it was unfair that your dad wasn't letting you hang around boys?
Yeah.
So after your dad told you not to hang out with this boy, did you hang out with him? You didn't?
Not after that.
Not after that?
Not after the police got called and stuff.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's back up. At some point, your dad tells you not to hang out with this young man.
Yeah.
Okay. After that point, but before this May 12th day, did you hang out with that young man? Do you recall the date your dad told you not to hang out with that young man?
No, I don't.
But it was before May 12th?
Yeah.
Okay. So between the time of that and the incident on May 12th, where you called the police, did you hang out with that young man?
Again.
Yeah. So when your dad told you not to hang out with him, you stopped?
Yeah.
Did you tell your dad that on that date? On the May 12th, when he said it was because you were hanging out with this guy?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean you think so?
Cause I think I said like, I hadn't hung out with him.
What was your dad's, if you said that, what was your dad's response to that?
So that's the limit, so that's why. He said he wanted to talk about it when he got back from his mom's.
So he said he wanted to talk about it after that?
Yeah, after he got back.
What?
After he got back from his mom's house, he said he would talk about it later.
Okay, so at the point he tells you about this young man on the May 12th, at some point, he then tells you, basically, I'm going someplace, but we will talk about it later.
Yeah.
Did that upset you? Okay, so I hear, when I listen to the video, I hear, no, that's you yelling back at your dad, right?
Yeah.
What were you yelling back at him about?
I was asking for my TV because basically I was paying a subscription. And I'm just going for like,
You were what?
I was paying for a subscription for my Xbox and it was going for like a long time. I haven't had my TV in a while. And so I was upset that I was also paying money and I couldn't even.
So were you working at the time?
No.
Okay. So you had a subscription. Were you paying it?
Yeah.
From where?
I was like, I just asked my mom for money
Okay, so, all right.
or like went and worked like by doing like little side hustles, like babysitting. So my money was very like, I didn't like have a lot of things.
Right, but got it. I won't get into that. So at some point, your dad's leaving, you're there are words being exchanged. Where are you when this argument takes place? Is your room upstairs or on? Okay, so where are you guys downstairs when it first happens?
No, I was in my room.
Pardon?
I was in my room and he was like going up and down the stairs, getting ready to go to the mom's.
Okay,
But I like stayed in my room the whole time.
you did not.
I stayed in my room the whole time besides when I went to the hallway.
Okay. When you went to the hallway, you and your dad are yelling at each other?
Yeah, he was like on the stairs and then he went downstairs and then he ran up the stairs halfway because our stairs like.
Okay, so when he went downstairs, what do you think caused him to come back upstairs?
Maybe didn't like something he heard and that made him.
Okay, you didn't like what he heard. So what was he hearing?
Just arguing about,
What were you saying, young lady?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay, let me ask you this. You don't remember specifically what you were saying?
Yeah.
Were you saying things that maybe your dad thought were disrespectful?
I don't think necessarily.
Okay. Were you saying things to your dad that you knew would get his attention?
I think I was saying what I felt and how in my truth.
Okay. But you also knew, correct me if I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. You knew that as you were saying those things about how you felt in your truth, you knew that was not going to sit well with your dad.
Yeah, he doesn't like anyone that disagrees with him.
Okay. So at the time that you're saying those things, you knew that was going to get a reaction.
Not like that.
Well, didn't ask that. You knew that was going to get a reaction.
Somewhat.
And that's when he came back upstairs.
I didn't do it for reaction, I did it for.
I didn't ask you why you did it. I'm saying you knew it was gonna get a reaction of some type, whether what your motivation was, you knew it was gonna get some reaction, right? And then at that point, that's when he came back upstairs. Okay, so how did he arrive at your door?
So after he went upstairs, he went back down and then he started back up again, all the way to my door.
Okay, so when he went back down, and then you say he darted back up, did you say anything at that point?
Yeah,
What did you say?
when he was at my door.
No,
or
no,
when-
something caused him to come back up. Did you say something and then he came back up?
We were just continuing arguing, but, and so
What were you saying during that argument?
I don't remember. Like,
You don't remember.
specific.
You can remember everything he said, but you can't remember what you were saying?
No, I just remember like in general what it was about.
And what was it about that you were telling him?
I was just like, why can't my TV back? It's been a long time and that I don't hang out with that guy anymore. And it's unfair that you let my little sister that's younger than me, and I'm about to turn 16 in like a few weeks, and she can do what I can't.
But those are all things you said before, right?
Yeah, just like, it was like a continuing argument.
Okay, were you yelling?
I was like talking normal at first, and then
At the point, okay, let me be specific. At the point he went back downstairs before he, as you say, darted back up, were you yelling?
I don't think I was doing it.
You don't think you were yelling?
I think maybe like slightly raised, but I don't think.
Slightly raised, but not yelling. Okay. And then he got back up the stairs and he's at your door.
Yeah.
So when you're at your door, or you're in your room at that point.
I was, when he came up the stairs, I was in the hallway.
Okay. So he comes up the stairway, you're in the hallway.
Yeah.
So when he comes up the stairway, there's a landing, I presume, or the hallway,
Yeah.
right? When he gets to that landing, where are you?
I'm in front of my door.
You're in front of your door.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm presuming that the two of you are still engaged or talking or yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then at some point, you what, go in your room?
He had to let it go to my room.
What?
He had to let it go to my room.
He told you to go to your room.
Yeah, like right in front of my face.
Pardon?
When he was like right in front of my face,
He told you to go to your room.
yeah, and then I turned.
At the point he tells you to go to your room, had he laid a hand on you?
No, but he looked like he was going.
Didn't ask that. He hadn't laid a hand on you. When your father told you to go to your room, did you go right to your room?
Yeah, I turned really quick and I went to my room. I didn't touch him or anything. I was too scared, so.
So when he told you to go into your room, you went into your room.
Yeah.
What's the next thing you did at that point?
So I went to my room and then he chased in right after me. And I tried to close the door because he like, it just scared me. And,
Did you get the door shut? Did you get the door shut?
no, not fully. And my door didn't latch closed, so.
So young lady, I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at. I want to show you, and counsel, I'm referring her to page 3 of exhibit 3. I want to show, oh, you got it. Okay, you got one in front of you. Look at page 3. Right? I see a latch missing.
Yeah,
You see that?
yeah,
So if you're, again, I'm going based on what you're telling me. if your dad is at the door, you're trying to close the door, but it doesn't close. How'd that latch get damaged?
I had my siblings had done it a while ago.
Okay, so the latch isn't in the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at that, tell me what damage your dad did to the door, I'll call it, on that day.
It's the big, like, indent.
The big indent.
Yeah.
What big indent?
Like the part of the door is like broken, like on the, like actually.
Point at it for me. Oh, on the front of the actual door. So the latch, he didn't break.
Yeah.
And counsel, she's pointing to, I guess it would be page 2. The circle.
Four, Your Honor.
Pardon?
Photograph 4 of exhibit.
Yeah, I guess we can call it that. And so it's that little crevice in the door.
Yeah.
How do you?
Asia takes the stand, just 15, recalling Mother's Day. An argument over a television escalates into terror. She describes her father's rage, the chase upstairs, the scratch, and the fear.
You think he did that? He's obviously on the other side, right? So how do you think he did that?
Well, because I was on the other side and when I shot, what it shot with my body weight and he was.
So let me get this right. He's on one side of the door, may have some part of his body on the front part of that door, because it's what's called a hollow core door. So he's on that one side. You're actually pushing on the back side of that door.
Yeah.
So it's not like he kicked the door. He's just against the door.
Yeah, he's pushing it like his whole.
So wouldn't you agree that both of you caused the damage? Because hang on, and here's the reason I'm asking. If you're not pushing on the one side of the door, but he's just pushing on the side he's on, according to you, that damage doesn't happen, right? Because he's just able to come right in.
I mean, like, what do you mean?
The only way that door gets damaged on that side or at all is because there are two forces pushing on that door. Your dad from the outside and you from the inside, right? So it's not like he came up to the door, he kicked it, or it was locked and he kicked it to get in or anything along those lines.
No.
Okay. So he gets into, so at some point, does he get into the room?
Yeah.
At the point that he gets into the room, what's happening at that point? Are you still yelling at him? Or are you guys yelling at each other, I should say?
Well, I was, he like grabbed me. And I said, why are you trying to hurt me? Because he was obviously like he was trying to do something. And
What do you mean he was trying to do something?
like, I feel like he was trying to hurt me.
Really?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. I'm looking at your dad and I looked at you walk up. Young lady, if your dad really wanted to hurt you, he could have hurt you. Right?
Yeah.
That's not what happened. Right?
What do you think?
I think you know what I mean. If your dad really wanted to hurt you, he could have hurt you.
Yeah,
And that didn't happen.
I mean, it did hurt. He looked like he was like trying to do something.
What?
It looked like he was trying to do something. It looked like he just like couldn't control himself.
What do you think he was trying to do?
I think that he was trying to like grab me and like do something, but I didn't let him. I said, "Why are you trying to hurt me?"
Why were you yelling at your dad?
Because he was yelling at me first.
When he told you to go into your room, how'd that make you feel?
I was scared, so I just did it. I didn't say anything, and I just turned to go in there.
But how'd you feel when he told you that? Hmm?
Like I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Are you the oldest daughter?
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah. And because kids think this way. Did you think maybe your dad or maybe your parents both were showing your younger sister a little bit more favoritism than you? Yeah. And that hurts, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And sometimes you kind of want to let them know that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to let them know that I feel like I'm not being treated fairly.
Yeah.
You and your dad fight a lot.
Yeah, we argued.
Yeah. Um, you're 15 at the time, right?
Yeah.
Your sister's 11. Yeah. You seem like a pretty bright young lady.
Yeah.
Whether it be right or wrong, can you think of any reason why your dad might be a little bit more suspect or careful around boys you're hanging out with as opposed to your sister?
Maybe because they're older.
Mm, and what's that mean?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. That's okay. You don't have to say it. You know, right?
It was just my friend.
I get that. That's what you're telling your dad, right?
But she was also hanging out.
Hold on a second. That's what you're telling your dad.
Yeah.
When you would tell your dad that, and I'm not only a judge, I'm a dad too. So when you're telling your dad that, do you think your dad believes you? That he's just a friend? No, hold on. I'm not saying what you think. I'm saying when you tell your dad that, do you think your dad believes that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know.
Do you think he's a little bit suspicious about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably mad about that too.
And my sister hangs out with guys that are 3 years old. So it's like,
It's not fair, right?
yeah.
Real hard question, young lady. Well, let me ask this one before I ask the really hard one. Why do you think you and your dad argue?
Because I'm a lot like my mom.
You think it's because you're like your mom? You don't think you argue because you might be like him a little bit? No? Out of all the things that are unfair, as you see them, out of all of that, do you think your dad does any of this because he hates you?
No,
Yeah. Why do you think he does it?
I think there's some resentment.
Of you?
Yeah.
Oh, so your dad has resentment of a 15-year-old. Tell me how that works.
I think that he has resentment of my mom.
Pardon?
I think he has resentment of my mom. And I'm a lot like her. And just always treating me.
So you think he's taking out whatever his feelings may be for your mom on you? Really?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, young lady. In looking back on it, looking at it that day, do you think your dad was trying to hurt you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Let me ask it this way. Do you think on that date he was physically trying to hurt you?
I don't think.
Or, hang on. Was he physically trying, do you think he was physically trying to hurt you? Or maybe doing things that hurt your feelings?
I think that he was trying to hurt me.
Physically hurt you?
I think that's where it got, but yeah. It started that way.
Young lady, when the whole thing started with the TV that day, you two were just going at it, right? And then it kind of just was taking off from there between the two of you, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's what dads and daughters do, right? Yeah. Okay. Any questions based upon the court's question?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Keisha, I want to ask you a little bit of context about your home and your parents. I know some of these questions are really personal and uncomfortable, and I'm sorry. Do your mom and your dad stay in the same bedroom?
No.
They have their own rooms?
Yeah.
Does your dad keep his room locked?
Yeah.
Where was your TV when it got taken away?
No.
Have your mom and your dad stayed in separate rooms for a long time?
Yeah.
Years? Do you hate your dad? How do you feel about him?
I love him, just disagree a lot.
Nothing further.
You have no questions, do you, Ms. Faye?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I do a motion appropriate though, Your Honor.
Pardon?
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Never mind. Strike that from the record.
You may step down. Okay, yeah, lady. Thank you. Any additional witness or third of people?
No, Your Honor. People rest.
And Your Honor, I do have a brief motion for a directed verdict as to both counts. Specifically as to count 2, viewed in light most favorable to the non-moving party, the people have not introduced sufficient evidence for a reasonable fact finder to find my client guilty of the count of malicious destruction of personal property. Witness did testify that the property in question, the door, was not for personal property. Therefore, frankly, the elements have not been met, and I would ask the court to find a directed finding of not guilty as to count 2. As to count 1, I also would posit to the court that the people have not found or laid out sufficient evidence for the trier factor turn a verdict guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. As to count 1, as to my client, Mr. Bullard, would ask the court to also find a directed verdict as to count 1.
You know, count 2, I don't know if it never got communicated, we were not intending on pursuing count 2. That was because it was joint property between the defendant as well as his wife, Ms. Bullard. That was no longer going to be pursued. I apologize that it didn't get amended on the
That
information.
I don't think was communicated.
I apologize.
All right.
So that one I'm not pursuing. So that is completely valid and a good directed verdict motion. And I will concede that. As to count 2, I think with the testimony being the light most favorable to the people, a reasonable fact finder could conclude that we have met the burden, and leave it there.
As to count 2, I will grant basically by stipulation as to count 2, the malicious destruction of property. The court reviewing the defendant's motion could reserve its ruling, but rather than reserve its ruling is to count 1, the child abuse. In the evidence look in most favorable to the non-moving party, that being the state of Michigan. The court disagrees with defense and does conclude that a reasonable fact finder could conclude, if the witness is believed, that the defendant would be guilty of child abuse in the 4th degree, and so therefore will deny the defendant's motion. Prior to closing, the court's going to take about a 5-minute recess, and I'll come back. We'll hear from them.
Maybe see it.